The one like it's on that particular subject I'd watched was it a singer from the Philippines that you were looking
I
at?
watch a
And
lot of singers from the Philippines.
there was one that was like if you'd looked away you'd have sworn it was a female. It was
Oh,
sounded like a female voice.
Marcelita Pomoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's actually in America at the moment. He's doing
Right.
America's Got Talent. I don't think he won though, and the Filipinos are raging.
Really?
Raging about. Yeah, they've. I think it's all a setup.
Alright,
Which
okay.
I mean, it is like every talent show's a setup.
Yeah.
Really, like you get the good edit or the bad edit. Have you ever gone in for one?
Yeah, well, like I've sort of been avoiding, like having the intention of talking about
Right.
having
Okay.
been on it, but also avoiding saying which one it was.
The reveal.
Because like I want to go into detail about it. I can maybe talk to you about it, man.
Well, just
thing that I
just
got
gloss over it and then do your detailed episode.
I've auditioned for a couple, right?
Right.
So this is still quite vague, right? So nobody knows.
Okay.
'Cause you have to sign a contract when you're there, which basically is a sort of like an NDA.
Wow.
So, like,
okay.
So nobody's going to know which one this is, right? which show it was, but
Guess in the
basically,
comments.
what I seen when I was there was one of the producers walking about with a sheet
Mm-hmm.
that miraculously had the faces of the people that made it to the lives
Oh, surprise!
while
surprise.
I was at like second stage of this competition.
It's all kind of heavily kind of marketed,
Yeah.
and now that they let managed acts go in,
Yeah.
like a lot of it's kind of done before anyone even gets to the venue. So
Yep.
I've done 2 different shows, and each time I've gotten to the point of like filming, but not in front of the celebrity people, and
Right.
one which I won't name, but is the third last letter of the alphabet, and then carries on a little bit. Is that
Yeah.
the third last letter? Have I just made myself look stupid? No, it is. So I got through. They just do rounds and rounds and rounds. So the first one's like a cattle call, and you kind of go into this like it was the SECC when I did it.
Yeah.
Thousands of you, all just kind of getting marched through this like great, and then there's like all these wee pods. So you get through that bit, you get told to come back the next day, then
Yeah.
you go do another bit, and you get told to come back the next day, and then you film in front of producers. I think that's the order,
Yeah.
something like that. But I was sat in a queue, like we were sat waiting to go into this room that looked like heaven. It was so brightly lit, it was crazy. It was just like, oh God, they're taking me off to kill me. And there was like girl singer, me, like super tiny teenage boy, then like full on like guy with complete like not mental problems. He was like handicapped, mentally handicapped. And I'm sitting there, and I auditioned with a girl who was a great singer, and she hadn't got through the round before, and she was arguably a better singer than I was,
Yeah.
like way better. So we're sitting, we're kind of watching them all go in one by one, and the mentally handicapped guy went in, and you can hear him because it's just like you're just sitting outside a room, and it just sounded like wailing.
Mm-hmm.
This was not good.
Right.
And his daughter had to come and collect him because he wouldn't have been able to find his way out of the venue. And I was like, so he's gotten through to like the 3rd stage, and that's purely just to rip him to bits.
Yeah,
like if he
totally,
got
man.
onto the stage,
Yeah.
he'd be one of those ones that's like hilarious, ha 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 ha. Whereas, and it was that moment that the penny kind of dropped, and I was like,
Yeah.
this isn't really it's got a certain amount to do with your talent, but at the same time it's an
I don't know if you
entertainment show.
felt like this, right, with that letter of the alphabet and
Uh-huh.
actor.
Actor fee.
But I sort of knew before walking into those shows, right,
Uh-huh.
that there was an aspect of it. You feel that when you're watching it. You feel like
Yeah.
this is fucking rigged. Like you're saying, the folk from the Philippines, they're probably thinking
Oh,
this is definitely rigged.
They've like made little
But-
videos where they've like tied his t-shirts, and they've like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But it's like it's not supposed to.
When I got there, it was just, I could tell that it was more like, like you're saying, yeah, that penny dropping moment for me was realising that actually what they were trying to do was that the people that get you on the show aren't actually involved in the music industry, they're casting agents.
Yeah.
So they'll like, what I think happens is they'll roughly who they want to have on it, a character that they want to have on it, and they'll just go and audition people until they find that character and match them up with it. Because someone I became quite close friends with while I was there, it turned out he was getting asked all the same things that I was, and pushed towards
So you were
revealing
going to be the
certain
same
aspects.
character.
And we obviously ended up becoming friends because we're just quite similar people.
Mm-hmm.
But the story that they were trying to push with me was sort of similar to what ended up being revealed about him.
Right.
And I just was kind of resistant towards it. I just didn't want to go down that road, man. Like,
I had exactly the same issue.
Yeah.
Like, you could definitely feel like people were almost like trying to slap trauma onto you.
yeah,
Like the years that I auditioned for that first show, was right in the middle of, you know, like Coldplay over everything. Like, everything's so sad. Everyone's like struggling. Oh, my hamster died. And they were like, oh, so like tell me about like times that you've really, really struggled. And at that point I was like, I don't know, like a
got a sore voice after a
19-year-old
gig
kid or something. Like, yeah. And I was just like, nah, I just
Yeah.
like bounce about in that. Like, so I went in like moonshine, lollipops, and they were like, get out. Like, if you're not gonna cry, leave. Ish. But then I did another audition for a show which kind of fell in my lap. So now they'll like look for singers. So
Yeah.
now that they add Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, they'll like go scouring for people. So I was
Yeah.
like scouted, if you want, and the whole time it was just like, so you're like a gospel singer, yeah? And I was like, well, no, not really. And he's like, but if I said, can you sing this song, could you do it? And I was like, oh yeah, probably.
It sounds like an interrogation.
no,
Trying to
like,
pin you on something.
they were
So
basically just like,
you murder people, don't you?
I'm like Brendan Dassey, just sitting there like, yeah, I can be a soul singer, yeah. But yeah, they're properly like, it was so transparent. Like, this is the role we need of like white soul singer. Take it.
Right.
So I did like a bunch of stuff, but I don't know.